14 again, and we're continuing on with the MSQ. And I'll also be doing a probably a leveling route. Let us Pictomancer, or maybe Astrology. Depends on how much I get before, how much XP I get before my MSQ turns to 96, which I think is pretty soon, so it's probably going to be Pictomancer. Clement has truly come into her own, has she not? Indeed, even as she moved with the people with her heartfelt words, she retained her characteristic spontaneity, as evidenced by her nomination of Kalana as fellow Dawn servant. As sad as it was, I would like to believe she gave it all due consideration. She could do far worse. Kalana completed every feat except the last, and that he only forfeited to help Clement secure victory. I look forward to seeing how Tural will prosper under their care. Welcome. I mean, everyone, thank you for coming. I can see you all perfectly from up there. That was an impressive speech, Dawn Servant. I told you, no titles. Besides, after everything we've been through together, you're nothing less than family. So, like my family does, I'd like you to call me Lamati. This is such a me response. I'll try to pronounce it correctly. I have not been pronouncing it correctly the entire time, but I will try. Oh, don't worry about that. However you say it, I know it'll be with love. If we do mispronounce it, please correct us, but it would be my honor to call you Lamati. Mine as well. Indeed, consider us your Eolzian cousins if such a notion appeals to you. Eolzian cousins. It's a little embarrassing, but not in a bad way. There's still lots I'd like to say, but I need to make my rounds first. I want to thank my supporters who are visiting for the occasion. Could you wait for me here? Of course, we'll keep ourselves entertained. That said, would you like to join me, Zelulu? Wonderful. Come and meet me outside the Winged Walk then. Ready? Let's go. Our first stop is Aunt T's Tacos, and not just for a snack, I promise. Wukevu and Mablu should be there. Wuklamut is now accompanying you, keep her at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave Wuklamut behind by entering a different area, speaking with her and selecting the options to part ways. If you wish to have Wuklamut accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. There's like nothing on the way. At least it looks like that. Maybe it'll just be that for that first bit. Like, a lot of the time, there is, like, areas where you can stop and talk about something on these escort type quests. Is she gonna get lost if I do this, or is she just gonna come with me? She comes. Dawn Servant Wuklamut, words cannot express the profound joy your ascension has brought me. No need for formalities, I'm still the same old me. Alright then, I shall go formalities. And I missed that. God. But I cannot. You are Dawn Servant. Too disrespectful it is to address you without your due title. As Dawn Servant, I'm ordering you to not bother with formalities. Alright then, I won't bother anymore. I could more easily converse with a drunken alpaca. Thank you for helping Wuklamut become Dawn Servant, Zalulu. Political opinions in our community may have been divided, but a Dawn Servant's ascension prevents us all with a prime opportunity, which is why I convinced everyone to participate in a commemorative sales campaign. A wonderful plan, no? My first big undertaking as a merchant. I do like the sound of a sale, so long as I'm not persuaded to buy too much. It's good to see all of you again. I wanted to personally thank each of you for your help. The feat of reeds and the feat of gold were my first true tests as a claimant. If not for your guidance, I would have failed the rite of succession before I fully understood its importance. Now that you've given me a taste of celebrating culture, I can't wait to see what else Tural has to offer. In Tural, for instance. As always, you must observe proper etiquette. I would be happy to offer my services as a tutor should you desire them. I can think of no better instructor. I'll be sure to bring Kwana as well. Your duties as Dawn Servant will be plentiful, but don't forget your promise to attend Ihihana next season. Of course, I wouldn't miss it. When I've made a name for myself as a merchant, I'll come by the palace and I'll tell you about all my biggest sales. Hehehe, I look forward to it. I have been personally attending to your alpaca's care. Dare we hope to see you at the ranch again? Tell my fluffy, spit-filled friend that Wuklamut will visit soon. Anyway, you'll have to excuse us. Oh, you haven't seen Fonjontan around here, have you? A tall, slim fellow with long pointy ears? I saw a man matching that description by the weapons dealer in Bayside Bevy, in the company of a moblin and a pair of yokoi, if I remember correctly. Bayside Bevy. Got it. Enjoy the festivities, everyone, and the tacos. La, Dawn 7, Zalulu, you honor us with your presence. Thank you for coming, everyone. I know the journey to Tuliolal isn't a short one. Long road worth the travel to congratulate new Dawn servants. To hear the head of reason has passed brings me sorrow, but we who remember him will ensure he lives on. May the accolades of this day be as offerings to the future he envisioned. The High Luminary and I, on behalf of Warlar's Echo, had our people come en masse, we would have been an obstruction. Nonsense, you're always welcome, all of you. This is your city as much as ours. I'm glad to see you hail and whole, Zalulu. Though I know little of the particulars, I can only imagine your latest adventure has been both long and colourful. Beginning with near shipwreck, if you remember. Yet here we stand, celebrating the ascension of your claimant. When my journey began, I only thought of preserving the peace that my father worked so hard to create. But the feat of pots, the feat of proof, and the feat of ice showed me that peace is simply not the absence of war. Being able to live together in safety and happiness, that's what my father envisioned for in this nation. That's the Tuliolal I want for you all. So I promise to you this as Dawn Servant. I will do everything I can to bring that same happiness to the bandits in Kozama Uka and the Yokoi of Chiwagur Saltern. I will not forsake them. As I was moved by your father's influence, so too may the Chiwagur come to accept your peace. Their beliefs have stood for a millennium. While not easily shifted, neither are they immutable. Well, I can be pretty determined. They'll come around eventually, mark my words. I can vouch for the efficacy. Word. I can vouch for the efficacy of such determination. Thanks to the Moblin's hospitality, I have been able to rediscover the joy of my craft and honor my father's legacy. Now that good living is secure, the village overflows with field smiles. Such cooperation between help hands and potsworn is the very spirit of a healthy pot pact. A partnership like yours is bound to be fruitful. I look forward to seeing the fantastic pieces you produce. There are some other people I'd like to see, so let's take our leave. Let's try and find Hunmurok. The Shibraks? I believe I saw him on the sands below. The Gleam Sands. Thank you. Enjoy your time in the city, and remember, this will always be your home too. My, you honor us with a personal visit, Dawn Servant. Congratulations upon your ascension. No, none of that. My title may have changed, but I'm still just Wuklamat. More than just, I'd say. You've grown into a leader fit for this nation. Your father must be proud. I hope so, but big events like this make me wonder, you know. What my birth parents might say if they knew. I imagine they would say that it fills their hearts with joy to see the strong, compassionate woman you have become. I owe my thanks to you as well for fulfilling your promise to me. I told Baku Jaja to stay with us so we could all congratulate you in person, but he marched off, muttering something about not being able to face you just yet. The boy needs purpose, a purpose beyond catering to the demands of others. He was always too obliging for his own good. I'm sure he'll find it in his own time, especially if he knows his family is here for him. That we are. By the way, have you seen Kittenram anywhere? Tankwa, that is? Kittenram, was it? A strong name, if a bit exotic. We called upon him before leaving Mamuk, but he wasn't at home. I don't recall seeing him at the ceremony either. The first promise was notably absent as well, though I assume he required time to salve his injured pride. Everyone thought he'd be the one to succeed Papa. My victory must have come as quite a shock to him. As for Tankwa, I'm sure he's around here somewhere, or ready to appear when we at least expect him. We'd best be going, but relax, enjoy, and make yourselves at home, and come visit us anytime. Alright, I think I found everyone I could find. Let's return to the others in the winged walk. We have the secret knowledge that Kittenram got a little ambushed. I wonder if it's going to lead into like Kittenram just being missing and people like, this is weird, or if it's going to be like he's kidnapped or something and we like meet the person who kidnapped him, something like that. I wonder like which way it's going to go. Welcome back. I hope you didn't rush on our account.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
I have. Sorry for keeping you all. Now, there's just one last matter. What Kona spoke to you about. I'm sure he made it abundantly clear, but I'm completely serious. I want you to stay in Tulihiola with me. I'm not forcing you, of course, but should you wish it, you'll always have a place here. Ah, that's right. This is for you. A permit granting passage to Tural, which, as I recall, you've yet to see. An adventurer like you could hardly resist, no? I can't believe our journey is over already. You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you. Well, I had better get going. I need to start learning all my official Dawn servant duties. I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City too, once he tells me. Till then, feel free to pass the time as you like.
For now, I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Sharlayan.
What about the rest of you?
Alize and I also intend to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald. By hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations with Mamuk, we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other. The question is how to encourage it. And by seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints.
Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tural as well.
By all means. Your rooms are at your disposal for as long as you need them.
And what of you? Thinking of touring Tural, perhaps?
It's the plan.
Of course. You're hardly the type to leave half a continent unexplored.
Then perhaps we could travel together? The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Tural. If you have no particular destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you en route.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
It'd be really funny. The Black Bunny boy had, like, white appearance. I don't imagine we're going to meet them, but maybe we'll meet one, potentially.
When you're ready, come and meet me at the Tural Skygate.
I feel like it's more likely to be like a mentor though.
We're friends to the end, you hear me? Friends to the end!
So crap, I forgot that I forgot. I don't think I tweeted anything about today's stream. Should probably actually yeah, so I'm gonna take a break soon, and I'm gonna just do the tweets that I forgot, the tweet and the Discord post that I forgot. And also edit the YouTube video title, or YouTube stream title. In fact, I could probably maybe do some of that now. I spelled that right? Yeah. I do really need to like schedule my YouTube streams just so I can put all the details in them. Anyway, I'm going to take the 5-minute or so break. And do the stuff that I forgot to do. Oops, that's not 5 minutes. Here we go. 5 minutes or so. Hey Brimis. I'm just doing some things I may have forgotten to do earlier, and then I will be back to playing the game. It'll just be like a minute or two. Great, yeah, I know. I completely forgot to do some things. I don't know, I just forgot, like, brain wasn't thinking, I guess? I don't know. I really don't. Whack. Hopefully I've done all that. By then, Bremies. I just need to check something real quick. Okay, that should be good. Right. Back to the MSQ. Past these gates and over the bridge lies Jacques Tural. You have your permit, yes? Packed and ready? No last minute stops to make before we leave? Forgive me. I'm afraid travelling with our new Dawn servant may have scarred me for life. Meanwhile, in the depths of the sky deep Senate. Huh? This is the gate to the Golden City. Two decades ago, your father bade me transcribe a letter to a scholar across the salt. That went a bit too fast. It's on auto. Petitioning the study of this place. What I discovered was something the Dawn Servant feared enough to seal away forever. Or so we thought until the rights object became the City of Gold. To think that Tanqua would be entrusted with its safekeeping. Had I known that doddering old fool carried a set of keystones, we might have spared ourselves those tiresome feats. Great power sleeps here, and with it, you shall obtain your birthright. So you say. Yet the new Dawn Servant succeeded where I could not. Taking their throne will be no easy task. The resilient son underestimates his own potential. There is no need for worry. I have liberated the key from the Dawn Servant's vault. You alone have the means to unlock the gate. You will gain all that you were denied. The right, your father's shade. These bitter memories shall soon be forgotten. Seize your future promise. Open the gate and become the ruler you are destined to be. It's working. Is some there can hear me? At last. Who's there? Show yourself. If only I could. Alas, this gate will not open for me. Only the key in your possession can connect us. Then you are the guardian of the city's great power? I do not claim this power is great, but the knowledge I possess is enough to realize any desire to remake worlds. Is that so? Fascinating. Name your price then, for my desire is the world itself. Yes, yes, the resilient sun rises. Together we shall create a nation worthy of our rule. God damn. Promise. Why? The useless tool is cast aside. Deliver me a new world. One that bends to my will. As you wish, but in exchange. We will not know the cost. Yes, Zalulu Zalu. Ready to get underway? Then present your pass to that guard and let us be off. You won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Tural is a wonder in its own right. This gate is barred to all save those with express permission from one of the Dawn servants. Signed by Val Wuklama herself. My apologies, miss. If you would wait here just a moment. Why did I give him that voice? Why did he get a special voice? The guy we probably literally never go to talk to again gets a voice.
Shall we then? On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shatonatam. A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame. It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition. My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni. It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier.
I'm small because
As for
I'm the
way to
smaller
train station,
race.
let's ride these fellows, shall we?
Short on ironic. Afraid so. If one'll suffice, I have a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. Ironic have been acting strange of late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable. Picking out a few fit for Renton's proven bothersome work. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either. But much has changed since last I was here. Not the best start to our journey. Still, the station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. About that, sir. As well-travelled as you look, it's not only the Roniks that have given us trouble. Other wildlife has shown signs of aggression too. A merchant should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do, and I'll see you both on a Ronik for a safer trip. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. But the Ronik, Erenville, the Ronik! Well, this is your first time in Shalawani. I can understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. A fair point. If we were to give you the authentic Shalawani experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Right, change your plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time near while waiting. Taking it you're heading to what? Usatohi then? Usatohi, I guess. I'll have a man bring the Ronik over there. Just mind yourself around the drunkards and troublemakers, eh? I'm not gonna be able to pronounce these names. God damn. I didn't think it could get worse, but it did. Last time I was here, it was a little more than a camp with a shop or three.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
I guess it could be worse. It could be that one place in Wales, whatever it's called, like the go place.
Now hold on a minute.
This voice acting is gonna be amazing.
Some sort of trouble.
I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the deputy chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat? treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekoa. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch. Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Is that?
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
What?
Hey! What are you doing, Zekoa? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekoa is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
I feel like there's something a bit out of place.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Aye, the contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Tural.
We have like a typical, like Wild West town. With people with like modern American accents, I think. But they all have like native names.
What brings you north?
It's just a bit weird.
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
How very like you.
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future. But for now, I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
But we don't serve Sabotender here.
What does he mean by that? No longer do we set out, then we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. The Dust Watch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. The peoples of Shalani rarely saw eye to eye, and for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. since most would soon not risk their lives, though it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. The Dust Witch was likely established by supporters of Koana, preferring peace be enforced through the formal rule of law. A reasonable start, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Landsguards would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zaralja's authority. All of which to say that, unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. I must attune. Before I forget. Also, I'm just gonna prepare these. Because I'm gonna need them at some point. I should like to think the stableman has arrived with the Ronik by now. I'll go on ahead and check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you've had your fill. A friend, I take it? Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife's not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a rise in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use Aldonik, which is why I have to ask that you stop at Shishinewezi Springs. Now, that's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dust Witch dealt with this banditry? Kiamaka and his fellows are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them up's all easier said than done. If you have anything of value, you'll want to take care. Thanks for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then, if you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Ready? Then saddle up. Your friend seems to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Of course, this one's way bigger than mine. This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care to not let it toss you. I continue to be struck by how much Shalwani has changed. That town we just visited wasn't even here several years ago. With very few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travellers turn to Nopola tenders. And not just for the water in their stems, mind. Their fruits are also said to be both nutritious and delicious. See that hole there? Some might hope to find water there, but it is brimming with ceruleum. The eruptions of flames from within make for a spectacle, inspiring cautionary tales of peoples who wandered too close. The Walahiqui, meanwhile, show great reverence to ceruleum and its blue flames. But that is a discussion for another time. We're here. A good thing for these Roniek. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Roniek. Now then. This is Shishinewezi Springs, perhaps the busiest town here in Shalwani. People travel here from all over to find their fortune. The change come to Husatawi was surprising enough. but this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years that I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Yate is her name, and if she learnt that I passed through without saying a word, she'd never let me hear the end of it. She set out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she travelled about Tural. I could but assume she came here too, seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let's see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. There's an ad coming soon for Twitch, so I will wait before we go through this cutscene. So it actually did take quite a while to start, unfortunately. So yeah. Ideally, I don't think I'm going to get this far. Right, I'm probably going to end, I'll say I'm probably going to end earlier today than the rest of the week, but like ideally I think I would get to the I'm not going to say necessarily the 97 instance, but at least a 97 MSQ today, ideally. I don't think it's going to happen. I do want to do both the 97 instances tomorrow. I think that should be doable. Yeah, that should be doable. And then probably everything after the 99 instance on Friday is more or less like how I'm expecting it to go. Anyway, apparently the ad break has finished, so continuing on with the cutscene. Yes, I'm Iyate. And who might you be? She is my friend. Could it be? Goodness, it is. Elaine Erinville, yes. A man grown. You were such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since last we spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it gets to start hazy after a while, living as long as we do. This is Iate. She's known my mentors since they were children. Nice to meet you. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown, Elaine Shipia? Shipia? Elaine, what now? I wonder how that's pronounced. Alright. I was born Elaine Shipia. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to Eastern Vera conventions, so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this was a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate it if you continue using my chosen name. A homecoming? You know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping grounds a visit myself. It would be good to see Kasua again. I don't know how to pronounce these names. So, is one of his parents. She's the finest archer I know. Elaine Shipia's mother and mentor. Every time I drop by, she treats us to a veritable feast prepared with fresh game she'd hunted herself. You're impressive with the bow too, Iate, even among the Shitona. Oh, I couldn't compare to Kasia, but her skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Gulul Jaja's travelling companions, after all. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tural lit a fire in her. Even after Elaine Shipiaz was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, how you would cry and beg her to take you along. It must have been hard on you. Yate, please. What? We're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite all my best efforts, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into experiencing the wider world. But it was real, and we found it. You found it? As part of the rite of succession, I assumed everyone had heard. That's amazing! Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. Well, we should be on our way. And thank you for so much for stopping by. Give my best to Kasia. Help! I need help! What's that about? Also, I realized I pronounced that woman's name like 4 different ways. I don't know how it's pronounced. We'll investigate. Please wait here. No doubt these are the infamous local bandits. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namika, Lamart's nursemaid. Erinville, Zelulu. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah? Hold on. Did he say this is Wuklamat's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. We'll take the goods to the boss. I'll take the goods to the boss. We'll deal with this. Please, you have to give it back. I'm going after Namika. I leave this lot to you. Cocky bastard. I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. We can deal with them later. First we need to put this one in the dirt. The fact that you can just like burst anything, like any MSQ enemies should just like instantly die, more or less. It's kind of stupid. Like just how easy it is. It's like, yeah, I have experience of leveling doing MSQ, going through the story as healers, and it's like a completely different world even. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they are headed. You say they stole something from you? A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuklamat. I see. Close as you two were, I can only imagine how much they've meant to you. But what brings you all this way? With the right of succession ended, and Wuklamat crowned the next Dawn servant, she is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much, and of my plans to return home to Yasulani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve, and now it's gone. I would have let them take every coin to my name if only they had left me that bracelet. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. I'll knock them senseless. It's what Wuklamat would have wanted. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Zalulu will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wuklamat put so much faith in you both. And before anything else, let's see her back to Shishinewezi Springs. She'll be safer in town, and with the Yate there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. I should probably just queue for the leveling really, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it. I just don't know when I'm going to need it. That's the thing that it's like, do I want to do it or not? Like, it shouldn't really matter. It's like, I just switched to doing quests as a healer, as Astrologian, after I have done the... presumably after I've done the dungeon, and why not? I don't know if it'll give me all the XP that I need. Annabelle told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. That bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Wicklamat, we must be mindful of how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dustwatch. Well now, that makes me think you're strong, really strong. Are you? I may have saved the star on one occasion. Saved the star? That's a bold claim to make, but if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity is being sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tona Tinyawi to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. This sounds like a perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place? I can let the Dustwatch know if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you've no objections. Right then, let's be off. I do wonder what that blue-haired one's voice is like. If she ever has her voice voiced. Yeah, I'm gonna walk straight through these guys. But not that one. Also, I totally forgot to check how long is left on my queue. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. They've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dustwatch not have noticed by now? A question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone's side. If you'll go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. I can't jump the fence. Oh, I can jump the fence! The bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on anyone inside. As you lean to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling the sand, praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't it the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be made. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the dust wash off our backs. Ha! Hey, watch what you say. The one's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe on one of them sainted souls was running our crew? That drunk who bought your story about a gold-shitting alpaca, am I right? Okay, we have a long time before our dungeon is ready. The pain of DPS queues. The bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. I'm not going to repeat that line for the third building. As you lean to listen, a familiar voice rings through the wall. Let me out of here, you bastard! Shut your mouth, you snivelling little brat. Make me. I'll get you back for framing all my friends. The vulture most of all. You can tell him he can eat shit. Heh. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll then see how tough you are. As you lean to listen, you hear someone entering the room on the other side. I brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? Bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot, how are you supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry. I reckon we can find a sailor who won't ask questions, sell it for a song. Here, your reward. And don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. So, were you able to learn anything? Their leader is a man of the Dust Watch? That would explain why these bandits are being able to do as they please. And you say that they gave the bracelet to him? It seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Is it God? It's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture. Their leader's Elias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Husatahui, but we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult though, if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. We need to get him alone. You're right. If we confront him with his henchmen around, a violent outcome is all but guaranteed. I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luaten in Yawas was. How am I meant to pronounce that one? Meet me there and I'll explain everything. Maybe this nearly is as bad as if it was that Welsh place name. Okay, we are slowly pushing through the queue. Slowly. Slowly. Very slowly. Because I have no friends online, probably. Let's update these two. I guess I do have one online. At least, but meh. If we retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Kia, dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create an attractant that resembles the scent when burned. We can then lure the Kia into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then, while they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask that you go collect the excrements. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. God, I loved Stormblood. And I can't believe I'm back to collecting dung. I love it. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches. See them filled and I will handle the rest. I didn't quite mean to use that skill, but I did. It is what it is. So this is like legitimately the one place where it's like, yeah, I can't pronounce anything. Oh, I guess we gotta fight that one. Which will be incredibly easy. Incredibly easy. You survey the area, but you see no signs of KI's droppings. like 10 seconds to be able to hammer this. Can't use it. Damn. You find a pile of your hair droppings and gingerly scoop them into your pouch. No, I must press these buttons again before I mount back up and go. I must... Yeah, this place feels really empty. And we already did the 55 dungeon. I mean 95 dungeon. So I'm thinking like... This is gonna be a really fast zone, isn't it? Is it? Finished already, are we? Oh, surely I have to come back here for like the 97 dungeon or something, right? Excellent. This'll do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumbleclaw fibers, dried nopal, lytenda root, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's get back to Tona Tenyawi. They really should just have like an audio library of how to pronounce everything so I can learn it all. And like the most native tongue. That they have. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan in motion. Except it's not, because... Okay, I'm gonna put on the ad now, and then after that we're probably going into the dungeon. And then after that, I believe after that we should have probably another ad break, maybe. And then I will turn in this quest. Or I don't know. It says the next ad is a while away. I'm confused. I say on this. Okay, on one of my screens it says there's ad break in process on Twitch. The other one it says there isn't. Who knows which one's right? I have no idea. I'm just going to assume that there is one if a single one says so. So I'm gonna have to rely on that to try and figure out when the ad is. The ad should surely be next. So wait, that's. I forgot I wasn't doing anything with the ad. Yeah, I should attune to that place that I didn't attune to. Just over here. It's funny, I was waiting around for the ad to end, but it's like, no, I'm not waiting for that. I'm waiting for the dungeon to pop. And I'll probably take like another 5-minute break after the dungeon. And then that should be the last break. I'm not getting to the Aurum Vale. There's no way I'm actually going to get to the 97 MSQ today. Thank God I'm not the healer. Oh. That's not good. I did an oops. I'm so dead. Maybe not quite so dead. Okay, this is fine. I have like no buttons. I don't even have my hammer. I don't have hammer, I don't have blizzard and stuff. I don't have holy. All I really have is my Moogle attack. And my spam 1 rotation. Oh, we didn't even need to chug the fruit. It's kind of wild. You can just do that now without fruit. Seedlings die so fast. Oh, that's a fast cast. I thought that was a lot slower than it actually was. God. Can't lose the opportunity to do this. Moogle beam! Oh, Mog of the Ages. The Mercer feels slightly cheating. What does that trait even do? So we did get the 96, so... Oh, at least we turn in all the quests as astrologian. No, I should probably just do it all. I do want to see what enhanced Pictomancy 4 is, though. Allows a third charge of living use. In addition, claw motif and more motif may now be performed. Okay, so I unlocked 2 more motifs. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Right, I keep forgetting. I have like a whole bunch of random food that I'm not ever remembering to eat. For XP boosts. I can use that. Since that dungeon was so short, I think I'll do this quest. And then maybe do the break. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I'll keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The Yehihikaya will come soon after. I might have to smack that one or something. Repose. It's gonna smack me at the end of the cutscene if this cutscene doesn't teleport me, I think. That should teleport me, right? What's that smell? Ugh, it reeks. What did you put in the fire? It wasn't me, I swear. Did something die? Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? Boss over there? Huh? What in the world? Ah! Run for your lives! So the smoke's what drew them here. I swear, when I find out who did this... I see our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelets. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh, they'll hear you. Shit, who was that? Hey, are you gonna help me or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. All that effort and naught to show for it. Sorry about that, but I didn't think anyone had the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you, eventually. Really? And I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something? No way. I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture, I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dustwatch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. Trying to get something back the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out there. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits are Tonatanyawe? They're called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help to even the odds. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a jewel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses a jewel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did, every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, and about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Quicana and Lewini, and we all agreed that the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted, and I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. And if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town? I was. Until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner, then, well, you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they all working for the Vulture then? No, not all of them. The Chef Kimaka he's as honest as they come, and a staunch keeper of peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chief's, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where this vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Shishinewezi Springs. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. I like how the quest became 2 quests that I'm going to be doing before I take the break, I guess. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves his spoils in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They mixed in with regular shipments of food to Tural, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he trusts a lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. No, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got the coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Husatawai, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Oh, well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The Vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here, over to Husatawi. It would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the others to search the barrels for any stolen goods. And using that, we'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Wihute carrying the bracelet. But regardless, there'll be enough time to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of these wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But won't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that will be the end of the vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? We can trust in the old laws. Not even he can ignore our traditions. Once he loses, I'll have him confess to his crimes. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tonatinyari, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You want to buy your friend as much time as possible, and make your way to Hutsatahi. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. The Yehikawa was that... Well, likely that Shatona's doing? What's his angle? And then there's the brat. It's past time I dealt with him. We're too oblivious to your presence. Perhaps a gentle poke will get his attention. Huh? What's this? An unfamiliar place in these parts. Have you need of the Dustwatch, miss? What? Zakoya tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free of prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, miss. Might I trouble you to take me to him? We has now accompanying you. Please keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave him behind by entering a different area or speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have him accompany you again, return and speak with him again at the original location. It's law time. And both kinds of law. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist. Shishineweze Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Oh wait, I can't mount? Oh no, I can mount. He just vanishes while I mount it. I gotta say, that's a long ass journey if I can't mount. This is the place? I don't see him. Whoops, silly me, this isn't the right place. I see. Very well, lead on. There's gold in these fields. Blue gold. Best beware of the beast in these parts. They may prefer to snack on ceruleum, but for you, I reckon they'd make an exception. Oh no, am I getting the emergency snack treatment? Oh wait, the thing's up here. Is this the place then? Sorry, I'm still learning my way around. Is this some sort of joke? Of all the... Let's keep moving. Wait, is this the same point or a different point? Okay, it's the same one. This better be the place. Ah, now I remember. My patience is wearing awfully thin, miss. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. I'm gonna get corrected. Well, unless you'd rather I feed you one raw, needles and all. Cut the chit-chat. He's not happy, is he? Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Zekoa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Goodness me, where could he have gone? That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey, Shibutwe, you looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
In my bag!
Hello, Edu.
So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
Is that how you introduce yourself to most people?
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
You would have had to arrest yourself.
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wahoote, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? Huh. A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this. Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ha! You're not such a bad guy after all!
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakawa? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuk Lamott's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the Vulture.
That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Phew, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Hey Bipsy. Funny timing of your arrival though. My food buff ran out. I guess so. Yeah, I did pop it. Yeah, I'm going on like a 5-minute break again. I will be back shortly and we'll continue MSQ. Hello, I'm back. So, onwards with MSQ. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shishinwezev Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Still level 95 MSQ. There's no way I'm getting up to 97 before before the end of today's stream. Like, no way. My bracelet. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. This is part of me that I could never hope to replace. Truly, Huklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us as more long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the Deputy Chief turned out to be the bandit's leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are, the real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kwikana and Lewine. If it wasn't for you believing Zakawa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wihute put behind bars. We never gave up the hope that Zakawa could find a way to get us out. He was always the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now, and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day, so no one can get the better of us ever again, isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how you draw your pistols so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need a duel if it all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that, you'll have my word. Until we meet again. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. And I'll be here yet a while, though. Do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service is being suspended, didn't I tell you? You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not too long before you arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when the service will resume, you can speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions, and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you! Thank you so much! I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
There they are. That's them, the 2 volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
I said, it's... Wait, was a P literally pronounced like a P?
Much
Wait,
obliged
that's
for
the
the
Y.
help.
The Y was
I'll
like
make
an
it worth your
IY
while, I
sound, right?
promise.
Something the matter?
Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
Though no small number live in Shalawani, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Come, let's follow Walika? There's another station on the way. Be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can see it from outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the heating myself, though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of enough jabbering, Shinza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. Alright, I need to remove the text. I remembered a little late, but I guess at least I did remember in the end. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods through the walls now. Right. What Hassan should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. Go all the way over there. Oh, down there, I see. I'm guessing it's these trees around here, around this lake. I can't wait for it to be like, oh yeah, you want this? Do this for us. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of Milwahasan, but I do know their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shishinawezi Springs. The waters nearby are just pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I am Hoto, chief of Milwahasan, and this is my son, Shepeto. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome, and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I am Walika, the station master of Tural Railing. The recent earthquakes have damaged our tracks, and we require timber to make repairs. This is the Zelulu and Erinville, who have volunteered to assist us in the restoration effort. You've a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of fresh fruits, but not of any sort of which I am familiar. I gather you are not from these lands? I hail from Eorzea. Truly? I would love to know more of you and the lands you've seen. I am told the people of you hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, and as our love for her lands and her children, the Hitsa in particular, has done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt together, to lay our heads. The Hitsa teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we are tuned to the shifting winds around us. I see, that word, Hitsa, it means leader of souls in the Hitsaru tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hitsu among the Hitsaru. Here we look to the Ronek for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbours in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me... Why does the sun look like a girl? Is it just me? When I saw the sun walk up, I'm like, ah yes, it's the leader and his wife, not the leader and his son. I think it might be the hairstyle actually, might be what does it. Or maybe it's the clothes. I'll speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronek have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. A stableman near Pusatawi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Charlonia has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. As strong as resilient as they seem, Roniak are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hitsaru, but all of Shalani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valquana. Valquana, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently... How shall I put this? Hello, Bremes. Hard-headed and aloof. He values technology advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Rah! Well, mind your tongue, Shepeto. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. Yes, rah. His journeys have changed him for the better. So, in the course of travelling with him, you witnessed him change with your own eyes? Zelulu fought beside Valquana in the Right of Succession. I'd take her word over rumors. You took part in the Right of Succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea that I'd recruited a bona fide hero. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we see Valquana for who he truly is. Do you think you might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please, take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Roronic foremost in our minds as we continue on working on the railroad. And if needs be, we'll seek Valquana's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavour to return the favour. I hope to see you again soon. We have more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't think we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands in Ironic? It won't be long. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. Deliver the crate of timber to the main road. You'll have 2 minutes to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the start location and begin anew. Why is the timber timed 2 minutes? What is the law reason behind this? Like, for what reason? Do I only have 2 minutes to take the timber there? We could probably RP walk that far in 2 minutes. I should think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and a few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I'll hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nito Wikwe will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shinza. And we've still got more to do. I'll be somewhere quiet near the station to pass time. If there's anything else in Charloani you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. He's at the station. It's kind of... I was hoping he'd be, at the town. Okay, so Ebrick while I go there. For those on Twitch. When I arrive there, we'll just chill until the Ebrick's over. It's 2 minutes, well, maybe like a minute left by the time I find Erenville. We'll see. I do think I'm... What level is this? Okay, we did make it to 96 MSQ at least. And it's actually like 90 seconds left. Yeah. They see how long it takes to kill one of these guys as a healer. Try this. Apparently not that long. I guess healer damage isn't that bad this expansion. Like some expansions it really sucked. I'm thinking about like Stormblood. God. Doing MSQ as a healer in Stormblood sucked. You'd be like killing something and like this DPS would come and just... This DPS would come to the area. Summon the monster. Kill it and run off out of sight by the time it takes you to kill it. It was something ridiculous like that. It just sucked. Had your fill of the sights? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Okay. And hopefully most of it is voiced. Since we have that sufficient time message, I might maybe be ending shortly after this cutscene. We'll see how long it actually lasts.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tural. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one?
I don't think the train's coming back.
Serious.
Oh.
Gods have mercy.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobekwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going...
What in the world? Are they heading for Tural?
We need to get back right away. Straight out of Star Wars. Hey, LALS, it is very out of place compared to like what I'd been doing the rest of today. It was like all this like Wild West stuff, and then all of a sudden those ships come.
Heavens forfend.
You're here.
I'm
Good,
okay.
Good. They came from the sky.
And how are you?
Attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
What the?
Cackling?
I don't know what they are.
Just sort of
But they're not
how out of
mine.
place it's been compared to like the whole expansion. Or not the whole, but like most of it.
Someone help me, please! Oh! Oh!
Bastard!
What did it just do?
Thank you.
Save the things. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
I don't think we're gonna have Arnold Schwarzenegger, but there is definitely some interesting things going on. Is she the girl that I heard about quite a bit? So, just in general discussion of this game, I've heard about a character. A girl named Fiend, I think. And occasionally there's been like a character that I've seen, like it's been different characters. There's been like 2 or 3 that I'm like, could that be her? Like characters that seem important, but don't have names yet. Because I know nothing about this character except it's a popular character. Or at least popular in Japan, I believe.
That you should still live.
Zoralcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
Yeah, I did see some polls of like
My demand is
the
The dissolution of Tural and surrender
Popular?
of all its
Yeah, the popular
territories.
characters from this expansion.
Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No, my ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
No, it's not. That big two-headed guy down there. No, I don't think he was... I just don't remember who was like the most popular ones.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time?
I might just see if I can,
To harm the very people you swore to
find it on my
serve.
phone real quick.
This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
Oh, so the most popular one is
And you will have my answer.
this. Okay, this guy's the ninth most popular. The two-headed guy who's fighting downstairs is the third most popular.
By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait. I should be the one to do this.
She didn't make top 10.
No.
The cat boy
His
there
sins
on the
are mine
left
to bear.
is 7th. The
Fear not.
bunny, the
Ozoroja is strong.
black-skinned bunny
He has
boy
never been father's equal in
is
combat.
first. Second is the short person with the yellow
I believed you long dead.
cat ear
I
hoodie.
have the chance to kill you myself.
4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th, I don't know. And 10th is one of the cat men, like furry cat men.
Farewell, Sorolja, my son. And forgive me.
No, it's winter, so I mean it's not freezing cold, but it's kind of the opposite. Is he getting resurrected? Or revived, I guess?
What?
How?
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed.
Yeah, most people who come into chat live on the other
You
side of the
retain
world.
vitality
It's
of two
kind of
souls,
interesting.
despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Womp womp.
Father!
Oh no, I see womp womp. I'm never gonna defeat the allegations now that I'm actually an orca or something.
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Tural, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tural. Choose your next steps wisely.
I should ask though, is there actually a Marvel hero that matches somewhat the black-skinned bunny boy? No. Papa can't die. He can't. How could this happen? fine. Rub some dirt in it. If this guy can't fix it,
I am beyond saving.
I don't think dirt's gonna help.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yep,
Yes,
black-skinned
Papa.
bunny boy, the most important.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Right, so, Valwuklamat, Valkana. I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn, and the Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. Thank you for your report. Please inform the Guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. But the people, I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you, thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alphino and Alizé, could you take Bayside Bevy and Croel and Ellenville, the palace perimeter? As for Zalulu, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. I played Civ. I know Gandhi. Gandhi would nuke the airship. Oh, the music is different. We don't get the jazz. Also walk straight past that thing. Welcome back, Bremes. I want to see if I can talk to all 5 of these citizens before the ad break. Why thanks, I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wuklamat and Val Kuana? They're not to blame. I understand, I do, but I need to clear my head. There's such a wide area to cover. I don't know if I'm going to find all 5 in time. Thank you, miss. But my husband and son, they were... I can't make a good sob noise. I can't do this sob. Alright, there's one, it must be up there. No, it's here. It's right here. Thanks. I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers? They look like people, but they killed with no hesitation. If they attack us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? Thank you. I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader, they say look like Zoralja. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Thank you. The pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Gulujaja. We were safe. But now... Okay. Ad will come now, and we will talk with Wuklamat after. Where are those things in the sky, and how many of them are there? Oh, okay, they are visible. I guess I thought there'd be more. I don't know. Is there like the mothership and 4 others? I expected it to be like at least like 2 deep. Is it just like a V, like a single deep V? But I wonder where that girl was. Wasn't she like up, not here, but like over there somewhere or something? We've got 20 seconds left. You've finished aiding the people here? Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. Now, no, now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go and see how things are at Telemarch? Afterwards, go and find Alizé at Bayside Bevy. Whee! I did not know that you could like just like drop down that much. There is no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. The fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, while its wares are being strewn across the floor. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ships continue to loom overhead. I've helped all those I could find, and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did, and if Saralja actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around. The buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was to incite fear to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. But we can discuss that later. How is Lamati? Even after what happened to her father, she's still trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her heading towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornitruk Glimson sands. It's probably gone to get food, I would imagine. Maybe not.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How? How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together.
You'll stick with me. Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do, rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believed that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zerolja and kill him.
I'm fine. I just need a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me, and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Still, sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly, I struggle to make sense of it all. The strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Zoralja commands, everything he's done and still intends to do. I don't know if I can afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray. But I will make it my strength. The strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Koana. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you to all be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alisaie I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Okay, I'm gonna go speak to Alisaie and then probably end for today. I'm just gonna check real quick with like how far I am from the 97 quests. She's not up, she's down by the looks of it. Get over there. Request for no time for tears. Yeah, I think I'm willing to say that tomorrow I should hopefully be able to get up to 98 MSQ. Hopefully. Oh, you're back. By that, I take it to mean Lamati is feeling better? She needs to be strong for the people of Tural. I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight together. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we're up against. I'm just gonna go look at this again. Yes, so this might be a bit of a stretch, but tomorrow I want to get up to like the 98 MSQ. Or very close to it. And the day after that I want to get to like the last place and then just... Well, that'll be Friday. I want to just do like the last bit, just all in one. Hopefully I can like achieve that much progress per day to be able to do that. Anyway, for now I shall go, and what do we have? We have to find someone to raid on Twitch. I think I'll raid Digby, who's playing Stardew Valley. Unless there's something else that I see. No, Digby it is. I'm so confused. It's showing me different people on both of my screens. Okay, refreshing fixed that. Right, Digby. Yes. At least for the rest of the weekdays, should be Final Fantasy 14. At least, yeah. I'll probably complete the MSQ and then pick up a set of fishing gear and work on the what is it? The quest line for fishing that was put into the game way back in ARR that gives the Of Dragon's Deep title. That'll be later on Friday. I don't know. If I get that far at least. To start doing that on Friday. Anyway. For now, bye bye.